Algerian and Polisario-affiliated media outlets have been publicizing Aminatou Aida's nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize in such a way as to mislead public opinion into thinking that she stands a chance of winning such an award. It would be foolish to think that the Norwegian Nobel Committee would choose her or even mention her name during the ceremony. There are over 4,000 candidates eligible for the Nobel Prizes from all over the world. Members of parliamentary assemblies, scientists, university professors, previous Nobel laureates, and others are asked to submit candidates for the Nobel Prizes. Who submitted Aminatou's nomination for a Nobel Peace Prize? Was it Algerian or South African parliamentarians? Or was it the Robert Kennedy Foundation, which is run by her friend Kerry Kennedy? Here's a leaked audio recording that calls into question this nomination.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ياك لباس، ياك الخير، ياك لباس. رباب جبت لك موضوع هون عنك كاتبة عن جائزة بطل عن مؤسسة نوبل، عنها طارحة اسم أمينتو حيدر في المرشحين للجائزة. لمعلوماتك راهي ما هي المؤسسة اللي طرحتها مرشحها حد مرشحها قد يعود برلماني جزائري، قد يعود مثلا مؤسسة كينيدي، مهم برلمانيين الدول كاملين واللي كامل قد فاز بجائزة هذا، والمؤسسات الحقوقية المؤسسات العالمية كامل، هذا كامل، والدول هذا كامل يحق له يرشح أشخاص ويدفع بملفاتهم إلى لجنة نوبل للسلام، والله نوبل للفيزياء والله نوبل للأداب، هذا كامل الحق لما يرشحوا أي شخص للجائزة. جائزة نوبل للسلام مترشح لها أكثر من 4000 رجاج.
Who is Aminatou Aida? This so-called human rights activist, who couldn't care less about peace, did not hesitate in her media appearances to threaten to take up arms again. In November 2020, Aminatou Aida told an Algerian channel that the latest UN resolution has left the Sahrawi people with no other choice but to give up their peaceful struggle, threatening to take up arms again.
Le Conseil de sécurité, malheureusement, surtout après la dernière résolution, n'a pas laissé de l'espoir au peuple sahraoui pour l'encourager à continuer sa lutte pacifique ou espérer une telle résolution définitive des conflits des Sahara occidental. Le Front Polisario a été toujours sous la pression des peuples sahraouis, sous la pression surtout des jeunes sahraouis, comme nous aussi, comme militants des droits de l'homme ici au territoire occupé, nous nous trouvons sous la pression de cette jeunesse qui ne croit plus à la résistance pacifique.
She then stated to the Swiss newspaper, Le Temps, that war is the only option. Aminatou Aida has even sacrificed her own child, who's still a minor, and sent him to Polisario's militia camps to be trained to fight guerrilla warfare. She was present during one of Polisario's military exercises in Tindouf with Brahim Ghali, which was broadcasted on Algerian TV channels.
Depuis ici, je dis à la communauté mondiale que le peuple sahraoui est uni et solidaire autour de son unique et légitime représentant, le Front Polisario, et aussi que ce peuple est décidé à arracher son indépendance. Nous avons contribué dans la bataille de la libération et peut-être que nous ne serons pas là pour goûter aux fruits de l'indépendance, mais nous sommes tranquilles que nous avons participé à la construction de l'État sahraoui et à la préparation de l'indépendance pour les générations à venir. venir.
في التحضير لاستقلال الأجيال القادمة.
Aminatou is responsible of the murder of 11 members of the Moroccan public forces, who have been eliminated by Polisario militia during the Krimizik events. How can willful murder, desecration of bodies, armed gatherings, displaying knives and setting fire be considered peaceful? It is a question to be asked to those who nominated her for a Nobel Peace Prize. Aminatou Haidar is an opportunist who makes a living by exploiting human rights. She didn't think twice before taking 50 million dirhams from the Equity and Reconciliation Commission. She also received significant sums of money from the Algerian intelligence services to destabilize Morocco. Her withdrawal from the collective of Sahrawi human rights defenders came as a result of her being held accountable by other members for misappropriation of funds. What kind of Nobel Peace Prize are we talking about here? She presents herself as a human rights defender, but seems to ignore the flagrant human rights violation that occurred in Tindouf camps, which, for the record, were not mentioned in any UN report. Aminatou Haidar's disdain for the lives of the citizens she claims to defend gets worse. She recently tried to board a plane bound for the Canary Islands, knowing that she was tested positive for coronavirus. One can only question the integrity and true motivations of Aminatou Haidar's nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize. It is worth mentioning that the Italian dictator Benito Mussolini, the Nazi ruler Adolf Hitler, and the Soviet communist Joseph Stalin were all nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize, respectively in 1935, 1939, and 1945.